Just a couple of quick updates on some of the coins we talked about last week on Dex Tools. I told you guys I would kind of update you guys. So one of those was Palm. So last week was the 12th, and we saw price was trending above the 200, and we were looking for entries around the 200 EMA to go long because we saw it trending up. This one pretty much would have been a break-even trade. You could have caught some small moves when it went below and above, which is our entry. Just like here, for example, you could have caught a small move, but nothing too major there. So I just consider that one a scratch. One of the others we talked about was LITE. So if you look at the 12th around the call, that was around here. We were looking for that retest of the 200, which is our entry for these Dex Tool coins. You see here we bounced right off of it, got a nice green candle right after. And that was at around 11 bucks, and we peaked out at 20 bucks and right now at 18 bucks. So if you just followed this one that we mentioned last week live on the call, even if you just took it from here to here before this big dip here, that's still what, 30, 40, 50% gain. So, lots of money to be made on Dex Tool just by finding the trending coins. All right, another coin we talked about was the Animal Farm Pigs token. We talked about how the farm was launching last week, and we expected price to continue up. So price was right around here on the call at 150, and we pretty much said if we break this local high here, which we did pretty much the same day, or no, the next day, I'm sorry. We went from about 150 to 190. So if you took that trade, another 20, 30% gain. This was based off sentiment and momentum. Like I said, we saw pigs come all the way down from, I want to say it was like $30. I don't know. Yeah, this chart goes back. So yeah, pigs came all the way from $30 after they announced the relaunch of the farm. So $30 to 200, that's almost a 10x. So in a bear market, you don't really see that. So, I hope you guys have been following the past couple of weeks, because I've called this out pretty much every week. And as long as it's trending, we've been taking it. So I also let you know as well that the closer we get to launch, what's going to happen? Buy the rumor, or buy the news, sell the rumor. Buy rumor, sell the news. I'm sorry. So that's what typically happens in crypto, is you have the big run-ups prior to the launch, usually a couple of days before the launch. Everybody has had that nice price appreciation, 500%, 600%, 700%. They're going to dump those tokens. They're not willing to see what happens at launch and not secure a 500% plus gain. All right. So nice little trade there. Hope you guys took advantage of that one as well. All right. This one is currently dropping now. So if you were in it, especially when it came back to 200, definitely take your scratch. But we mentioned this one as well last week. It was up here. It came down to the 200, which is right around 5,900, and then rode all the way up to 7,050. So that was a 50% trade as well. So, it doesn't have to be hard, guys, even in a bear market, as long as you have the time to pay attention, have your alert set, and just take the trades at the key areas, like we say, the 200. So those are just a few of the coins that were talked about last week live on the call. Like I said, 20 to 100% gains to be made. All right. Let's see. Let me go back to the chat. I do not know if I missed it, but the Animal Farm is supposed to launch today. What is your best strategy? Yeah, so Angie, so it was supposed to launch actually yesterday, but it got delayed, which, it happens every launch. Honestly, I'm not surprised. But the staking is going live tonight, apparently, and then the dog token will be tradable tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. So my strategy is just to put my dog tokens into the dog pound, the auto compounding dog pound, which will basically give you BNB as a daily interest for staking. So that's my strategy. Everything else has been live, so there's really nothing changing. The only thing that's changing is the dog token. So all I'm doing is putting that in the dog pound. me try to pull up the app real quick. Site was down earlier for, okay, yeah. So here's the dog pound right here. So basically all the dogs that you claimed, I'm going to put them here into the auto compounding pool, and that's going to earn me pigs and B&B. Okay. So basically what I'm going to do is just earn this free money every day. And then as the price of dogs goes up, because dogs will originally start with a very high tax, and the tax will reduce 1% a day as you're in this auto compounding pool. So if you were to sell your dogs tomorrow at launch, you would have to pay a 90% tax. But every day that you sit in this auto compounding pool, your tax will lower 1% a day. So essentially after 2 to 3 months, you'll be able to sell your dogs at about a 6% or so tax. So that's my plan, is to make the free money, the staking money, up until about 2 to 3 months goes by. And then I'm going to sell most of my dog tokens, because the reason he's doing the high tax is nobody's going to sell an asset that they're going to lose 90% of it if they sell it. So that's going to gradually help the price of dogs pump, kind of how we saw this huge pump with the pig token. So when the 2 or 3 months goes by, whatever you have in dogs at launch should be worth far more. That's my strategy. Sell those dogs in 2 months. That's my strategy. Does the candle type matter? Regular, Hakanashi? I use regular. I don't really use the Hakanashi, Yolanda, but just stick with the regular for the strategy. Yeah, Lance said good. Thanks for reminding me, Lance. Definitely check Forex Factor when you're trading Forex or the indices. So tomorrow, we have the Fed manufacturing index at 8:30, unemployment claims, and then existing home sales. So a lot of news happening between 8:30 and 10. So definitely expect some volatility. If you're new to the market and a little hesitant and nervous or don't have the confidence, you might want to avoid this time window. But if you have the proficient and you have risk management, you have the strategy, even the one I've been using, or Brandon or whoever, you can actually make a lot of money during this time, because usually the consecutive news brings, like I said, a lot of volatility. So I'm actually going to be looking for some setups around 8:30 versus waiting till 9:30. Because sometimes if the news is at 8:30, they will make those moves at the highs and the lows at that given point, and then opening bell will kind of just continue that trend. So good looking out, Lance, on the Fed meeting. Then you see here a couple of FOMC members are talking as well later in the day. Somebody says, could you look at storage? All right. Storage. All right, so right now, you see they had a nice run up. What was that? Actually yesterday. So we pretty much retraced that whole run up. We bounced right off the 800 EMA. So if you use the EMA, that's a high area of resistance, especially on these higher time frames. And it looks like we're coming down to retest. It looks like we have an FEG down here, which we kind of wicked right into it, and we've kind of moved up since then. If we go down to like these smaller time frames, all right, let's see here. Yeah, so like I said, I don't even know really what storage is, but you did have a break of the 30 here. You would have had a green FEG here. So actually, this is actually a great example. This is actually an example where you would have lost a trade. Like I said, I would have to know what this is to see what was going on. I don't know if there's news or whatever, but technically you had a green FVG right here. Your entry would have been here. Here's the bottom of the FVG, technically right here. And you would have got stopped out, if you placed your stop right below the body here. If you had your stop down here at the wick, you're still in the trade and you're actually in profit, but I typically place mine at the body if there's an extended wick. So me personally, I would have got stopped out of this trade. Okay, but looks like we had some more green FEGs appear shortly after. Nice divergence on the TDI. And those entries are, actually in profit. But me personally, um, nothing that just really sticks out to me. Now, if we get down into this FVG here on the hour, that would definitely interest me for more of a longer term swing play. But other than that, not really seeing, too much for this coin. Let me actually look it up on CoinGecko. Let's see, storage. Okay, so this is nice. Low market cap at 58 million, 18 million of trading volume, which is actually really good for that size coin. So it's down over the past week or month or so. And like I said, it's coming to these lows here. So, if you're into the swings, like I said, look for your entries down here in the FVG. And like I said, if you just want to day trade, I'm not sure if it's offered on any of the leverage platforms. But right now, since we're coming off these lows here on the TDI, the green FVGs are the opportune places to look to enter the trade. Just place your stop at the lows. So that's what I have to say about storage, or however you pronounce it. All right, cool. So I'm gonna maybe stay on about another 5 to 10 more minutes. So I just want to go through a couple of projects I've been looking at for the upswing in the bear market, and also some of the ones that we've already been looking at. So one coin I'm looking at that's been having momentum is Gains, which is definitely what Jamar uses a lot to trade on, Gains.trade. If you go down here, you can see over the past week, it's up 30%, 14 days, 20%, past 30 days, 86%. So that tells me that a lot of people are starting to get into these decentralized perpetual leverage platforms. Okay, so if you look at the all-time chart, it looks really, really good, actually. This is actually a nice, healthy looking chart. We had our low here, swing up, pull back, nice round bottom, and we're swinging up again. So I would expect some form of pullback soon, because there's some really nice FVGs here just at the eye level test. So any pullbacks into some FVGs you see here based on the most recent run, I'll be looking for entries on those.